Hello, everybody. This is Paula Abdul. I'm doing my makeup in my bathroom. It's at the Motel 6, and I'm doing it for my pageant. And as I said before, I had already prepped my face, and I've already did the foundation already, and I've added the foundation already. As I said before in another video, I used the concealer and perfection foundation and 11, 11 amber, and this is by Milani. Okay, so I've used that already. And then the hydrating cards concealer satin finish by Elf. And I use that around my eyes, and I'm going to demonstrate a little bit more about how that was done. All I did was took and added a little bit there around the eyes. And after I've done that, then I took another brush and just patted it around the eyes. And that helps with a lot of dark circles. The first thing I do is I pat it so it can be thick around the eyes. And with that brush, I also don't just pat the bottom, I also pat the top. And I go into the forehead also to remove dark circles and dark marks. This is how I'm doing it. I'm getting the phone, I'm getting up close up on it. So you get a better look of how that's done. And this is how it is being done. And I pat it into the forehead a little too. And that also kind of brush it out, wing it out around the eyebrow. Okay, that's how you can use a concealer, and then kind of blend it in. I already had put some on already, but I'm redoing it so you can get a chance to see just exactly how this being done. You can also take another brush if you feel like able to blend it as well, and then just kind of rub it into the forehead and blend it in like this until it blends clearly into the skin. Okay, this is how you use concealer. Okay, so I held that up because I know that in this bathroom it doesn't have the perfect lighting to see everything and how it's being used. Okay, very good. And I'm gonna put the camera back down and continue to showing him things that I do. Okay, next we're gonna get I'm gonna get this palette right here, and I believe I really can't see it that well. It's by Wet n Wild. Okay, I finally get it. This is a palette by Wet n Wild. You notice it has greens and it has some browns here, and then it has some purples and some dark colors in here. I'm gonna take this color and I'm gonna do a smoky eye look a little. So um my dress is kind of dark, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with this extremely brown color here, and I'm gonna start pressing it in to the eye like this. And this is this color right here. Now I'm gonna take the phone back up so we can get a better sight and see. You can see it a little bit better up closer in the light. And I'm going notice I'll start patting going from here to 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 here first. Then I work my way up under, and once I get finished doing that, then this is how I'm getting the lid. You can also go a little bit farther out, just a little bit, but don't do too much. And I want to kind of wing it out here. I want it to be a little messy here. And this is the whole purpose of me doing it like that. Just a little, and on the other eye. Just a little bit farther out, not too much, don't go way up here. And this is specifically how I take and I do this makeup. I'm gonna be dipping back into that brown. Close my eye. One of my eyes is closed, and I'm gonna wing it out just a little. Now, as you get finished doing that, you kind of do a windshield wiper here. Technique, just going like back and forth like that to finally get the whole lid. Okay, that particular color. Okay, then if you don't have a bigger brush, you can also use a smaller brush. Smaller brush is like this to still pick up color. Okay, if a small one, if you have a small one, you don't have a bigger one, it's okay. You still use it. Okay. Now the next color that I'm going to be using is I'm going to take this blue right here. This this deep blue. This one right here. And then I'm going to lift the phone back up so you can see it clearly because sometimes people say they can't see the video when I'm in hotels and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get as close up on the light that you can be able to see it as best as I possibly can. And what I want to do is I'm going to take that blue and I want to wipe it right over, like I made a line. I want to wipe that blue and then just take it and go straight across and just wipe over it first. Okay, wipe over that line. Now fill that line in. And I took the smaller brush and I kind of wiped over that line first. And where it winged all the way to go to the end too. Then you're gonna do something different. Kind of lift from this side. Once you get finished doing that, take from the end of your eye and kind of lift. You got that, and that blue is gonna be right there. Before you get the winging it and do that thing, make sure that you get that area. Some students prefer to go all the way completely into the inside of the nose. I don't. I stop where the eye really is. Now I'm going to take that same brush that I had a little bit of brown in it because I'm going to use it, the same one. Wipe it. You can wipe it on the towel. It's just in front of you a little bit. Now take that. Now use it and do a go to a windshield wipe that thing again. And this is what you call, this is the blending technique. We're going, this is a smoky eye. It may be a little off for some, but this is when you're doing a darker makeup, darker, much darker. So we want to get that area. and go right over it. I blend into the eye. That's gonna give you a different, altogether, totally different dynamic going on with that eye. Now, the last thing I want to do is I'm gonna go into this lighter palette. Put this back down so I can show it. This is a lighter palette here. This is by Maybelline, New York. This is the City Mini Mallet palette. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to go and I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna take a sponge and I'm going into this light color right here. The light is right there, almost kind of like a beige white. This one right here. Now I'm gonna pick my camera back up so you can get a closer thing because it's up on the light now. Hoping that you can be able to see a little bit better. And I'm going to take this white and I'm going over the eyelid. Like I said, if you don't have with you a makeup brush, don't feel bad. Just keep on going. And take the white and go right over the line lid like this. Okay. Wrap on in there. You want the two colors to blend. You want the white to blend in with the blue. Uh, Also too, right here near the brow. So just keep on wiping and blend those two in together. Doesn't matter if the white get on the blue a little bit, it's okay. And just kind of blend it on in there. Because we making the brow lighter up here near where the brow is going to be. That's the whole point. So I had to dip back into that a few times, but the makeup brush could work just as good. Or the little sponge. If you can't apply putting on the makeup on with a brush, you can still get colors out of that anyway. Okay, so don't fret yourself. Now, if you feel like that you added too much here and there, you can always kind of like if you see a fallout, kind of wipe with a sponge like that, and with a little piece of a sponge or makeup sponge or something like that, whatever you have, and kind of wipe over that and then get the fallout, because the fallout will fall around on your brow and some every place so you can pat it like that so it don't get looking so bad. Okay, very good. Now, how I do my brows is very simple. Some people have extremely long brows and some people don't have extremely long brows. Some have thick brows, some don't have thick brows. So it's not a bad situation if you don't. There is some brows there that I have, but now I'm gonna take this, and this is a big brush like this. This right here is called Super Lash, as I said before, by Apple. Now, the first thing I want to do with this Super Lash is, and I'm getting my phone up again. Everybody don't do that, but I'm doing it because, like I said, I'm getting up close. The first thing you want to do is turn it this way. Okay, you see a little bit of that paint on there. Now, what I want you to do, take a press and make little dots, just a little. Okay, that's getting it on the brow. And then, as you get the makeup mascara on the brush, kind of go over it just like that. You're not done, but and you cannot brush up and around. If you have extremely thin brows, this is how you're doing it. Okay, I'm trying to keep this steady here. Then I'm gonna have to pick it up again. You see, I'm going back into it. I'm not missing no steps and purposely missing steps to try to make a person not do it right. Okay, I'm doing it like this on purpose so it can be done because I'm doing this with my phone. Okay, very good. Now here we go. The first thing to do is take the tip of the brush, then Put it. I was starting at right about right here. Make a dot. You see that dot? You see how small it was? And when the bigger one, I just smash it. I just put a lightly press the dot like this, like this, like that, going to the end. And then what I do is I take that and kind of brush and just kind of blend. That's the easier way. I did like that for people for the easier, just so they show them the easier way. Go towards the ends, get all the way from here, here, here to the end, here, here to the end, there. Wherever it stop, you stop. Okay, and then kind of brush it into your brow. This is for the people who have thin brows. I mean that are don't mean that they don't have brows, but you can barely see them. Okay, that is what you're doing with the brow. If you have extremely thin brows like mine, it's a trick for people who have never ever seen that. It's not for ones who have super thick brows and have a lot of hair there. Okay, this is what I do. Show you what part do to get a better understanding of what it is. Now I have another one by LA Colors, and this is called the eye marker. Okay, the eye marker really actually look just like a pen. Okay, this is my marker is by LA Colors right here. Okay, and then what going to do is I'm going to get the end here and wing that part, and that'll make it be like straight, and only get the part at the end to make like a more of a line. I might mark over a little bit more, just a little bit in a few places, in a few little lines, a few little areas. No, also with the eye marker, you can also line it off like this, like go into a slant, and then kind of draw it, the border around the lash on the brow, just like that, like so. Just sharing some of my tips. Draw it around the border. This is the other eye. Okay, this is the left side. Okay, you can also draw up under the border. You want a more perfectly shaped brow. You kind of bring it to a point. You can fill it in with a darker color, or you can just fill that eyebrow pencil on in a little bit more. And you seriously still want your eyebrow to be even darker and kind of like painted on. Another trick you can use is to wing it on at the ends and make a little curl going like that, just at the ends to give the brow to make it look a little bit better. You want your light eyes to look a little bit more closer together. You have to bring the brow closer in to the nose. Make a line and bring it closer in. Notice this one a little closer in than this one. Let's do the same thing on the side. Bring it a little bit farther, a little bit, just a tiny bit, and then That will make your eyebrows look like they're a little tiny bit closer together, just a little bit. If you want a more dramatic effect when it comes to brows. And a reason why I use the eyebrow pencil like this is because of the simple fact it makes it when you can wing it. Okay, or the eye marker. Okay, very good. So that that helps a lot. Okay, with the understanding of what you're doing with the eye marker. Now we're gonna go back and start working with the mascara once again. Okay, because now we're finna get what most people think that mascara is supposed to be used for. Mainly is for, and also I'm taking the tip first. I'm working it over the lashes first, and then I start to using the brush part. Because first you have to get the mascara onto the lash first before you can really actually get your mascara on. I take a little tiny bit of that tip from the tip also, like this, and slightly just rub it back and forth. Don't poke in your eye. Just softly, gently rub it there. And you may surprisingly get some little hairs under the eyelash. But trying to do it like this, you may not get so much, and then you get like dots and dots and stuff from the mascara wand. So just lightly rub that. And that's the bottom lash. I never turn it this way on the bottom lash because that's gonna pop you in the eye. You only use it this way. It's better to get it that way. Okay, that's what you're doing with your mascara wand. I gotta get some more. I'm picking it back up again. Okay, we're gonna do let's repeat, do the same thing on the right side. Okay. Or it'll be my right, but your left, or whatever it is. Okay. Now, first thing we gotta do, we see a little mascara on the end of the wand, just a very little bit. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna point it towards your eye, and where the hair is, lightly rub it. Now, it's light, so I'm doing a very light swipe back and forth like this. Very light. It's not heavy. And then no, it's light. It's a very light swipe. Just now we're gonna lightly start to rub like this. Remember, this is around your eye, and you want to poke yourself in the eye with your mascara wand to blind yourself with your mascara wand. Then once you do that, the bottom, lightly swipe it. You might not even think you have some hair there. I lean sometimes I even have to lean up to the mirror so I can get even better in a situation and see. And you may darken those brows a little bit better, just a little. So if you have to lean up, you got to mirror it, lean up on it so you can see it. If you have a hair mirror, you got a hair mirror. Okay, that's how you have to do it. Now, sometimes if you don't have extremely long lashes, like I said, we want to use the other lashes too, because I don't have super extra long lashes, and it's only so much that you can do with your natural lashes if they don't fit the length that you feel and they don't get thick enough. Okay, so don't get mad at the mascara wand. Some people just have extremely short lashes, and it's not going to do that long glamorous length. It's not going to happen. Okay, it's just not. You are doing a lot. Okay, now I'm just going for a second coat. Okay, because these lashes are super thin and they very short, as you can see. think putting the mascara on your natural length of lashes is not gonna make them super long, but it will bring them out. And if you feel like that's good enough, you did your makeup, that's good enough for what you want to do with your eyes, and that's fine. And that's what you want to do. We're going back in this second coat. On both lashes. I just dipped in that mascara once. This is Super Lash by Apple. Okay. Bottom lash, I don't do 2 times because it's still like it's super, super, super thin. If you choose to do it, I wouldn't dip back into that product. I just get whatever I can left. Oh, that mascara one more. But be careful. Don't poke yourself in the eye. Okay. All right. Now, with that situation, on to the next. After you get finished doing that, um, I have an idea of how to work with a smaller brush. But if you don't have for a smaller brush, you can always pick up another one of these. Okay. Now, that black right there in the middle, right here, kind of dip it on there, but you don't want to have too much. Now, this is a trick. If you don't have that, you're gonna darken your eyes, darken up under your eyes, around the eyes. Take a little bit of that black and just kind of like go up under there and just kind of just give it a little bit. Go up under and take a little bit of that black and just go up under. That's a little, but you don't want to do too much. Then really the rest of it out going into that blue. So just finish it out. Just kind of put it to the ends a little bit. Yeah, yeah, that's how you can do it. Don't once you dip it there once, don't dip it there again. And then hopefully, yeah, you get it dark around the eyes. Okay, that's a trick in case you don't have that lighter on mascara. Okay, that's one of those. Okay, in general, and when it comes to blush, we're going to work with this rosy brown, and it looks kind of like this. It's a dark rosy brown. The beauty of this product is you don't have to do much. Just kind of rub it on your cheek. This is a blush. Rub it like this. Kind of go up this way, like that. Okay. Now, once you get finished doing that, you're gonna take you more like a brush. Like use a smaller one. Most people gotta use their hands and kind of rub and rub and rub and rub and rub. Everybody don't do that. But if you have no other choice, rub softly like this. If you don't have a brush, rub in lightly over, rub it like this. You kind of softly rub it, softly. Don't rub it all around. No, you're not smearing. You just rub it little by little bit. Kind of do it with your fingers. If you don't have a blush brush, you can do it like that. Okay. Just showing alternatives because some people don't have that. Then what we're gonna do is we're going to make it even more orangey and more reddish by finally taking the orange peach. It looks like that. The first one is like a rosy brown, like this, and this one looks even redder. And we're gonna do the same thing. I want to get up closer and show you what's going on. You lightly rub it on the cheeks, softly, like this. Okay. A little bit on the apples of the cheeks. Okay. You can also rub it on the forehead and anywhere that you feel that you want to add a little brushy color onto the tip of the nose, stuff like that. Okay. Now, the second way to do it, if you have like a brush, okay, is to kind of go around like this and blend it. Just do like this, but go towards the upper part of the ear. Like, go this way. We do like that, so you can find the apples of your cheeks up this way. You put a little bit at your forehead, dot it there. And it's dotted on the nose, a little. Okay. Remember, this is Paul Duke getting up in the morning doing her makeup to give you her idea of how she do it. Now, I'm not talking about makeup artist or somebody famous that she knew. Okay. I'm talking about literally in general, how I get up in the morning, how I do my makeup. Okay. And have done my makeup for years. Okay. To bring out my features, to bring out what it is I need to bring out. Okay. Now, once you feel like that you have done what you need to do, because all I really do is my eyes and then I do two cheeks. Then you can go into your blusher, powder brush like Santee, like this. Or if you have something like that, very similar, my idea is to use it as a contour. Or you can go into your matte Santee brush. Or if any foundation that you have is like that. Okay, let's say powder. I don't do a lot of baking. I'm not a baking person as far as face. And you don't know what that is? Ask your parents. Somebody will tell you. Okay. But if you need to ever actually do that, you feel like that you need to do that, then you know that's for a lot of drag queens do that. But I'm not a baking person. As far as like this is like taking a that means like letting mascara just like like powder and just taking a powder your face down and just powder a big powder puff on your face. I'm not one of those kind. I'm trying to get inside of this. My nails are done. I'm trying to get this tape off and try to see if I can be able to work with this powder. Now, some people do have uh, powders that are darker. I'm lighter skinned. Okay, I'm not a dark skinned young woman. I'm a light skinned young woman. The color of paper sack tan. Some paper sack tan females might be even lighter skinned than the ones who are high yellow. And they sometimes are lighter skinned than some who are white. Sometimes it's not in every case, but some are. But paper sack tan females are male are not dark skinned. They're really a light brown tan caramel color, but it's a paper sack. If you look at the paper sack, look at that color. And then hold it up to their skin tone, and you'll see what they would be working with, like a real brown paper sack. Just hold it up to them, and you'll see. They're called paper sack tan. Okay, I mean, there's still some tan and melanation in the skin, but it's not super, super hard like, but it's super black, like dark black, blue black. It's not that. Okay, we can't be confused with others. And normally we don't have some black blood or Indian Asian blood or something like that. But we are you call paper say tan. For some strange reason, I cannot get this tape off this product, and that's what's holding me up in this video. That's why I'm talking. In general, but don't get it twisted. We are light skinned. Okay, they say light skin, pretty, whatever that is, gorgeous, whatever it is. This is crazy. I don't know why we have to go through all this. My nails is too long to really rip this tape off and open up this product. And it don't want to budge. Okay. Which upsets me. But I'm prying it open. You seen I got my apple pick trying to pry this. Here we go. Yes, we gonna have victory for real. It's coming up. Okay, but look at the crook, it's coming up. Yeah, see that? Yeah, don't give up. This is what the powder looks like. This is called Match by Santee. It's a matte powder. And it's so small that I can't even see just exactly what particular color number this is. I mean, it's woo, medium beige. It's a little. It's the letters are so little. It's way back here. Who knows where the hell it is? It's so little you probably can't read it at all. But it says medium beige. Trust me. Now with this, okay, I'm going to take a powder puff like this, something big like this, or something big like this, a big brush. And what I want to do is kind of rub it in there. You have that sponge, it's okay. Rub it in there. Okay. Now, once you rub it in there, I'm taking up this. And here we are. Very good. Now, first I want to do is, so good. So I'm going to the bathroom to powder my nose. The first place I hit was the nose, right there. Come on down. Come on here. Come up here. Come up here. Come down here. Then the rest of it, powder there. Now blend down the nose, around the eyes and the cheekbone. Here, around up under the eyes, then the cheekbones, and go over that. Try not to touch and destroy what you did with your brows, down the nose, around the eyes, then the lower cheekbones, and the jaw. I want you to say it while you're applying it. Down the nose, around the upper part, under parts of the eye, cheekbones, a lower part of cheek. Suck them in. Don't get them all over the blush you just did. Here, below the jawline, forehead. Let's practice that one more time. This is how I do powder her face. Go in. Watch again. First place I hit was the end of the nose. Pooh! Right there. Pow. If you have pow, pow, you can hit the forehead too. Pow. Then, what you do is rub some of the powder up on the eye. Rub some powder on the eye. Don't just puff. Then around the mouth and stuff. Up under the jaw. And then you can start to puffing it here around the forehead. Then we go down the nose. Around the under eye. Around like the bud where the ears is. Around the air. Up under the cheek or the jaw. Down the nose. Around the eyes. The jawline. The mouth area. Just pull back up and get the forehead. Ta-da! There it is. Okay, somebody's striving for that. Everybody ain't. Okay, now we're gonna go and we're gonna start working on the eyes as far as the lashes. Lashes is real super easy. And for this part of the video, I'm going to turn it off and we're gonna come back and we're gonna do the lashes. And this is gonna be a part 2 of it. So that I can be able to get the last move. And then after that, we're going to work at finishing the lashes, and then we'll do the lip. Okay. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it. Thank you. And don't forget to watch part 2 because there will be a part 2.